What if the dark time that you're going through right now in your life is actually you being planted to create something beautiful? Hear me out, guys. I was at an event earlier this week, and I wound up talking to this woman who created this beautiful jewelry brand. I'm actually wearing a piece of her earrings right now. And I was so in love with her pieces. And I was like, wow, how did you start this? And she's young and she's successful and she's motivated. And I was really taken back by what she's created. And what she told me was shocking. I did not see this one coming. So she tells me that her sister attempted suicide. And immediately my heart started to just... There are no words, because I've actually dealt with that with my brother. He attempted a suicide, and there is nothing worse than almost losing your sibling that you love so much and not knowing how to help them, not knowing what to do, to have so much love, but your words aren't landing. There's no actions that you feel like you're helping or that can save them. And so she tells me that she wanted to show her sister that she loved her. She was working on actually making clothes at the time, and she decided that she was going to make a butterfly necklace for her sister, which is super symbolic because, guys, remember, a butterfly is all about transformation. And the butterfly does die, right? It goes into this cocoon of darkness. It doesn't die literally, but figuratively, it takes a different form. It goes into darkness, and then it comes out beautiful. She tells me that she wanted to make something beautiful for her sister, so she made her a butterfly necklace. Fast forward a few years, guys. She has been named for Forbes 30 Under 30. She is absolutely crushing and has major deals with incredible brands. And more than anything, she's making beautiful things that make people feel good. And it started in darkness. It started in a horrible moment of her life, a dark night of her soul, where she was looking to express love. And so, guys, this really got me thinking about so many people. I mean, there's probably not one successful person that you can meet on this planet that won't tell you that, hey, no. If you knew what I went through to get here, it was not glamorous. It was really hard. I had a dark night of the soul. I was in my bed. I was just going through it. And so this is the key, whatever you're going through right now, guys, I want you to wrap your mind around the idea, maybe this is working out for me. Maybe I am a seed being planted in the soil. It looks dark. It looks like there's not a lot going on, but I need this time to grow into the beautiful flower. I need this to be in this cocoon to come out a butterfly. So what are you doing in this time of your life, and how is it going to show up in the world? How are you going to express this period of darkness and sadness and depression and hurt? Or maybe it's not that bad, I hope, but maybe it's just a hard time in life. I started thinking about all these people, guys. J.K. Rowling, Harry Potter. Come on. You've got a single mom who shares about her mental health, super depressed. She was broke. She was barely getting by, but she used all of that trauma, all of that sadness, all of that pain, all of that darkness, and she started writing. She's going to school, and she writes Harry Potter, and within 5 years, the woman's life has totally changed. The planet has changed. I mean, come on, Harry Potter world, the books, the movies. But that was her channeling this dark time. Taylor Swift. It's hard to imagine, as much as we see Taylor Swift, which I love seeing this beacon of light. It's hard to imagine that she actually disappeared for a while. I don't know if you guys remember this, but she went through a really hard time of criticism, things that we can't even fathom. And she disappeared. She even says, nobody saw me for a year. And guys, what did she do? She wrote Reputation. She went into this cocoon and she came out with this other ego, this alter identity. She channeled that pain into the snakes, right? I wear the snake ring. It reminds me of that transformation and shedding of the old things that we don't need. And she came out strong and fierce. And her music, that album still inspires me. Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. But for real, now she's performing that on her Eras tour. She's a billionaire. Things are starting to fall into place in the most beautiful way for her. And guys, that's another example. There are so many people that have been in these terrible moments, right? Oprah getting fired. Who fires Oprah? Somebody fired Oprah. But you know what? It was pivotal in her career. She probably needed to go through that so she could decide, I'm never going to do that again. I'm building my own network. I'm making my own show. I'm using my imagination, right? Oprah's words that she says to explain this, imagining it, getting in line, changing your frequency, getting on the course, tapping in with divinity, allowing it to help you. Even in these moments of darkness, guys, you can still use your beautiful imagination. That has gone nowhere and is the most powerful tool. Imagine, I'm a genie. That's you, guys. I'm a genie. I say that all the time. I freaking love it. The power's inside of you. Michael Jordan, guys, cut from his high school team. Steve Jobs. Imagine making a company like Apple and then bringing in support and everyone rallying against you to let you go. And now you're getting kicked out of your own job. Holy cow, I don't even know how that happens, but thank God it did, because he went on to create Pixar. And now we have movies like Toy Story. Come on, do you see how it all works out perfectly? It always makes sense when we're looking backwards, right? I can literally tell you, there have been so many terrible moments where in that moment, I'm like, if you're listening to this and you're like, Kate, you're crazy. You have no idea what I'm going through. You're right. I don't know what you're going through, but I know what I went through. I know what it was like to have somebody tell me I was going to die. I know what it was like to have my heart broken. I know what it was like to have my face busted in. I know what it was like to just be laying at my parents' floor with no money, no job, completely sick, wondering how I was going to survive. How was I going to get out of bed? Depression so bad, the thoughts of suicide coming in. Guys, I get it. I totally get it. I understand that maybe where you are is really terrible and maybe nobody else can understand how you feel. But what I want you to know is that there are so many stories, there are so many people that have gone through a dark night of the soul, that have been in a terrible moment of life and they've created something beautiful, beautiful jewelry, incredible books, music we dance to, right? Movies we watch, places we go to. So I want you to think about it and ask yourself the question, what is God doing in my life right now? What is infinite intelligence trying to teach me? What can I use my imagination to create? How can I journal about it? How can I envision it? How can I just allow myself to see something more than the current circumstances? And maybe you can't see it right now, but how can you feel it, right? It could be through a movie, watching a movie. God, that feels good. A song, maybe just for 30 seconds or a minute and a half, you could feel something different. Guys, you gotta start seeing a way forward, believing that there's a way forward, connecting with your future the very best that you can, and truly know that the greatest of the greats and everyone else along the way has been through a moment where they didn't know how they were going to get out of it. They didn't know if they were going to be okay. So I want you to have faith. I want you to know that every single thing is temporary and that you can and will get through this. And you have your imagination to help you along the way. You have a book a notebook you can start journaling. You have stories of other people, like I told you, Oprah, Michael Jordan, Taylor Swift, J.K. Rowling. The list goes on and on and on and on. Come on, there's so many people going through terrible challenges that have turned it into something beautiful. So what are you going to create with this challenge in your life? What beauty are you going to bring to the world? How will you channel this and express the world? Because only you can do that. Only you have your own perception. Only you have your beautiful light, and the world needs your version, your story, your creation, okay? So I want you to think about that. I want you to know that you're so loved, that you're gonna be okay, that everything gets better. And I promise you, everything is possible when you believe in possibility. Guys, if you've created something in your life, or if you're watching this and you're like, I've been through that dark night of the soul and then blank happened. I found the love of my life. I created this business. I moved across the country. I met amazing friends. Let me know in the comments below. Please help me inspire people. I'll tell you this. We live in a world where we want followers. I'm not looking for followers. I am looking for other leaders to help speak truth and to speak and to inspire. So let me know down below. Please, if you think this video will help somebody, share it with them, share it with your friends, share it with your family, and let me know what you've created, and let me know, declare it, what you are creating, and we are getting excited to see what you will bring to life. I love you guys so much. It's all going to get better. Everything is working out for you. Please make sure to subscribe, guys, because there's so many more stories and so many more videos coming your way. I love you all so much. I'll see you in the next one. Mwah.